Have you ever dreamed of an adventure that could change the world? His dad, Simon, was a school teacher who always encouraged him to explore the wonders of science. His mum, Lika, a pharmacist, made sure he was always safe and healthy. Hakeem was a perfect mix of his Pakistani mother and his English father, a curious Muslim kid ready to take on the world. One morning, an exciting email popped into Hakeem's inbox. It was from his cousin Rahim, who was also 8 and lived all the way in Lahore, Pakistan. Rahim's email was buzzing with news. A brand new city, called Ravi City, was being built right on the banks of the Ravi River. Imagine seeing a whole city rise from the ground. For both Hakeem and Rahim, this was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Hakeem dashed to his mum. "Mum, I have to go to Lahore. I have to see the new city." Hakeem knew his mum was right, so he agreed. For 2 weeks, Hakeem patiently got all his shots. Zip was no ordinary drone. He was Hakeem's loyal companion. Zip's lights flickered sadly, but he knew the adventure was more important. With his rucksack packed and Zip buzzing by his side, Hakeem boarded the flight to Lahore. The journey was long, but the excitement was bigger. By when they landed at Lahore airport, Rahim was there waiting for them, not in a car, but with a friendly donkey pulling a colorful cart. It was the most amazing welcome ever. Hakeem and Zip hopped in, and their grand tour of Lahore began. Rahim showed them everything: the bustling markets, the ancient buildings, the vibrant streets filled with amazing smells and sounds. Zip flew alongside the cart, recording everything, his digital eyes wide with wonder. He absolutely loved every single moment. Finally, they reached the outskirts of the city, where the new Ravi City was being constructed. It was a massive site, with giant cranes, heavy machinery, and huge piles of earth. It was truly a sight to behold. But as they got closer, they noticed something wasn't right. A group of young children, about their age, were standing near the construction site, and they were crying. Their faces were streaked with tears, and they looked so sad. This was something Hakeem, Rahim, and the children-loving Zip just couldn't ignore. Their hearts went out to the kids. Without a second thought, all 3 of them rushed over to see what was wrong. Hakeem immediately opened his rucksack. He knew just what to do to make someone feel a little better. He pulled out a box of tasty biscuits and started handing them out to the crying children. One by one, they took a biscuit, their sobs slowly quieting down. Raheem had a great idea to pay. He had brought warm, sweet, syrupy jalebis from a nearby shop, and he shared them with everyone. The sweet treats worked their magic, bringing small smiles to the children's faces. But here's the biggest surprise. Zip, the little drone, whirred, and then opened a small compartment. Out popped some colorful sweets. Hakeem was amazed. He never knew Zip had a secret candy dispenser. As the children happily munched on the biscuits, jalebis, and sweets, they started to feel comfortable enough to share their story. One of the older kids explained the problem, pointing a trembling finger at the construction plans laid out on a table nearby. "The surveyor," he said, his voice shaky. "He drew the new town map right over our school land. They're going to tear it down. We won't have a school anymore." The news hit Hakeem and Raheem like a ton of bricks. No school. That was simply unacceptable. Zip buzzed angrily, his lights flashing red. A world without a school was not a world they wanted to live in. Hakeem, filled with a new sense of purpose, marched right up to the head architect and the surveyor who were overseeing the project. With Raheem and Zip right behind him for support, he spoke with a confidence far beyond his 8 years. "Excuse me, sir," he said. "You can't take away the children's school. A city needs a school more than anything. And," he added, thinking fast, "they also need a playground where they can play football." The architect and surveyor looked down at the determined little boy, his blonde hair shining in the sun, and then at the crowd of hopeful children behind him. They saw the passion in his eyes and the logic in his words. They looked at each other, then back at their plans. After a moment that felt like an eternity, the architect smiled. "You know what, young man? You're absolutely right. The request was granted. The plans would be changed. The school would be saved, and a brand new football playground would be added right next to it." A huge cheer erupted from the children. They jumped for joy, hugging Hakeem, Raheem, and even trying to hug the buzzing Zip. They were heroes. Hakeem and Raheem felt a wave of happiness and satisfaction wash over them. They had made a real difference. With their mission accomplished, it was time to go. Hakeem and Zip said their goodbyes to their new friends and a very proud Raheem. Raheem headed back to his hut on his donkey cart, his heart full. Hakeem and Zip made their way back to the airport, ready for their flight home. As the plane took off, Hakeem looked out the window at the sprawling city of Lahore below. It wasn't just a trip. It was an adventure that proved that no matter how small you are, you can make a big, positive change in the world. Thank you so much for watching this incredible story of bravery and kindness. If you loved Hakeem's adventure, don't forget to hit that like button. Subscribe to our channel and share this video with your friends. Let's spread the message that one small act of courage can change everything. See you in the next video.